think we're live. Oh well, you know what? It's all good.
We're live now.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I
Well,
think we did a little bit of the interview, but now we're doing the interview
you
again.
know what? We did. Goodness, this is so frustrating. I'm learning something new every week, and I feel like,
we that's cool. You're at a saturation point.
oh my gosh, no! Like we talked for 15 minutes without it being live. This is nuts.
It's okay.
Sorry,
Hi.
everyone.
We've had a few technical challenges, but we're both optimists, so we're gonna keep at it right
Oh my
now.
goodness. Okay, well, I hate to backtrack a little bit here,
Let's.
but yes. So, Susan, what are you passionate about?
Well, I love that guy gave me another day to have nature around me, sunshine, rain, flowers, cannabis advocacy, personal health advocacy is very important also. I'm passionate about teaching, pardon me not to say, helping people, teaching students or others. I love having my voice heard. I try to make a difference.
Hmm.
And it can be hard sometimes to, you know, keep positive.
Hmm.
I'm passionate about trying to stay positive also. I really am.
Why is it important for you to stay positive?
My doctor said that you get a lot more life if you're positive and you avoid negative people. And while you're at it, you enjoy it.
Hmm.
So that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yes. Thank you very much for tuning in. And then I want to say thank you for letting my voice get heard. It's an honor, and I'm very excited just to be able to tell people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for, wanting to come on and for having the courage, first of all, to come on. I've had people reach out and tell me how, courageous it is for me to light a joint. And it's like, I don't see that. Um,
It is
but it is, it
in interviewing people about what is happening with them and
right, right.
getting to know people on a different level
Yeah.
and how it actually helps unite people, I think, in many aspects.
Right. Well, and it's bringing to light the quality of life, that is available to people. And again, helping, to break down those stigmas and to help them understand, you can ask questions and please reach out and ask questions. We're here to help and again, bring light to other alternatives.
Yes, absolutely.
So we were talking about where you were from when I finally decided to figure out how to hit the go live button.
Okay, well, I'm from Port Huron Northern. Um, Port Huron is farthest east in the state.
Okay.
Yeah, and I graduated in 88. 88's great. I went to both schools, though, Port Huron High School and Port Huron Northern, and lived there a long time until my ex fiance said that he wanted me to have 6 of his children out of my actual
Body.
body.
Yeah. They don't understand like what that does to us.
Well, it scared me away. Is what it did to me.
I mean, heck, half the time I don't think we understand what it does to us.
No, no, and I'm glad it worked out great. I found a career that I loved here in Flint, and he ended up getting married and having 6 kids.
Okay. Well, hey, he ended up getting his wish. Well, and
Yes.
you did too. So, what did you end up going on to pursue?
Well, I have my master's in teaching. I worked in Flint Community Schools, and I loved it
Okay.
as a reading
Aww.
language arts teacher. I love teaching, and I miss it so much. I think that's the worst part of cancer because I didn't just work just for money. Like I really wanted to make a difference
Okay.
to my students. 'Cause some of my students actually have never had anybody say that you can graduate high school, let alone college.
Mm.
And I think that's important. That I feel like I was placed there because I got in a really, really bad car accident. I swerved for a possum. I swear the possum flipped me off. He was like, "Arr." He was mad. And I love animals and I don't want to kill anything. So I swerved, but the ex-fiance didn't tell me that it didn't have struts or anything right on it. So it fishtailed and rolled my car 10 times,
Oh
end for
goodness.
end.
Oh goodness.
So I knew that the big guy up there, that he wanted me to do something more than just like party on the weekends, which is basically what I was doing. So I
Okay.
started going to school full time and I got my degree in psychology. I have my associates and my bachelor's. So I have a BS degree and a bachelor of arts and in teaching and a master of arts and teaching. So
Wow.
I enjoy learning.
Well,
And I,
congratulations to you,
yes,
for
thank
going
you.
on and finding your dreams and passions and
Yes,
digging deep and not letting
so
someone else
lucky.
dictate,
So lucky. I was so lucky. That possum saved my life. Almost killed me, but it saved my life. Because it did make me get way more on track.
Right.
And I appreciate it. I actually did take some time off from smoking cannabis because that was a time where they, drug tested everybody. So I had to take,
Oh,
I think 3 years off. And I'll
yeah.
tell you the day I ended up smoking a joint a day while my students was killed. I'm like, I don't even care.
Mm.
Test me if you want. I did
Yeah.
not care.
Well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
again, there's those traumas, that we all have,
Mhm.
and if we're able to find something that helps us, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as we're not, intentionally hurting
Mhm.
somebody or
True.
ourselves.
True.
Again, what's the big deal?
Mhm.
You know, and for me, like that is the biggest deal.
Yes, for real.
Because again, it's like get over yourself and take yourself out of the equation. So what that you don't understand and that it doesn't work for you, be
Yes,
thankful, but at the same time, don't take that right away from someone else.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. What do you have anything you want to smoke, or I can roll for us both.
Yes, I do have something that we can
Now,
smoke.
do you
This
roll
was
like
given to
what do
me
you?
for my. Somebody gave this
Oh,
to me for my birthday. I don't
nice.
even what I don't. I'm rather. I don't see as well as I used to. I'm not. I'd love to tell you the name of it. Sure would.
Let's see.
Can you see?
This is Blue Dream.
Oh, I like Blue Dream. Do you like Blue
I
Dream?
do like Blue
Okay,
Dream.
so
Blue Dream is one of my favorites.
Blue Dream.
Oh
Not
yes.
sure where it was from, or even if my friend bought it special. But here are a few products that I use to help me with my cannabis.
Oh, now what type of cancer do
My
you have?
cancer is what I meant to say. Derp. I have neuroendocrine cancer that has spread to. Well, I have tumor spots everywhere, and then it's in my liver, pancreas, bile ducts, um, lymph nodes in my stomach, girl parts, uh, and a few other places. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh my goodness.
But I have a metastasis, and good news though, they had taken me off the shots, and they put me on the pill I did not want. I did not want the pill, and then the stuff didn't work. Then they want to put me on the hospice. I'm like, what the? So it was working, then you put me on the what the? Anyway, so I advocated for myself. I said, I want those shots back because it helps with my cancer symptoms. Anyway, I've only been on it a month, and it's already reduced my tumors again in my pancreas and my liver.
Oh my goodness.
So those actually worked.
Okay.
And this is Uncle Cannabis. That's the CBD. This
How's that RSO?
this is very nice, strong RSO.
Mm-hmm.
Donated. These were donated to me.
Okay.
Thank you,
How often
Uncle
do you medicate? What's your
Well,
regimen look
I'm
like?
going to get on an actual regiment because lately, because it makes me so tired, I put a lot on my tongue, put all over my tongue, over my neck. And it's hard for me to wake up, but that's what I've been doing. That was my regiment, and I heard it's not effective. Zuriel gave me these drops too. So these actually help. They didn't ask me to do this. Hopefully they don't mind that I did this, but they donated.
Nice.
Um, this is Pinkert's pie. It's a live hash resin. Sometimes, sometimes I do that. Oh golly, I can't remember the name of this. Oh, Seahorse Pro. So you don't need to look like some kind of crazy crackhead because it's just cannabis. You know
Well,
what I
so
mean?
that's like doing the dab with
Yes,
yes.
yes, and you just push a button and it starts up. It's pretty nice, and this helps. I like my carts.
So what's your favorite way to consume cannabis?
Flour,
Flour. Yeah.
yeah,
Mine
flour
too.
all day.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I need a roller because
I
not the
unfortunately I
best.
can't roll myself, just freehanding.
Right. I can, but they're usually pregnant. They're pretty pregnant.
So I've got Redemption. This is white mo flour that I'm
Oh,
smoking today.
cool.
Yes.
Rick has talked about I love Redemption. It's a good product
I
and
know.
for a good purpose. So that makes me proud that you're doing that. And that's cool too. Like I don't know if you've seen the packaging, y'all, but look, it's it looks like what the heck, from the Black Plague. What was the name? Anyway, I can't remember the name, but that's what reminded me of Black Plague. There, you can't. There's a guy dressed up with and that might
Oh,
be
I
wrong
know
too.
what you're talking about, and I can't think of it now. But
Anyway, but
yeah.
this besides the packaging, that's not important. A portion of each sale of a redemption product will go to a fund which supports individuals and families disproportionately affected by the war on cannabis. So
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, that's a really
This
good.
actually means something. You're not just going to people that are putting money in their pocket that already have money in lots of their pockets, in other people's pockets. This is helping someone.
Mhm.
So stuff like this is what I'm passionate about. This is important.
Yeah.
And with the cannabis being vilified, there's no reason for all that either.
I know.
There's really
I
not.
know.
And now anybody can have a card, and some of these people are still being placed in this terrible spot. So
It is. It's disgusting. Growing up, what was your family's stance on cannabis? Like, how did you grow up?
they definitely weren't hippies. Both my
Okay.
parents did not smoke. They were against it. Um, I was a high school student in the '80s. I I I was kind of the black sheep because they knew that I did smoke, and they're like, "You have to do that shit." And I'm like, "Well, I have ADHD. It kind of helps me a little bit. Like this has been helping me my whole life because
Right.
I'm a talker, and then I have ADHD, so I'm zipping all over the place in my head. This calms me down. I don't really care for pills. Never have. Don't really like to consume alcohol. Never really have.
Mhm.
So, and my family, they don't do drugs, but they socially like alcohol is okay, but neither of my parents even really drank.
Okay.
So basically, their stance on anything was don't do it.
Right. Right.
Don't do it,
Right.
and then hide from it.
Well, and unfortunately, though, that takes away, having the open discussions and
That's true.
feeling, comfortable coming and asking questions. And it doesn't matter how stupid it may sound, but to be able to ask those questions and just to say, hey, can I try this, or should I try this,
Yeah.
or why shouldn't I try this? Like, what's your experience? Instead of, again, we all have to make those mistakes, and we all have to try things ourselves. And so it's just the judgments.
It was a judgment, and then Reagan was like, "Well, you like this is your drug. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs." I'm like, "What does it have to do with anything?"
Right. And it was just the fear factor, and there's no honest discussions. And
they have medically proven that RSO is effective, and they're not allowing it. But I think it's because they keep making up. They're trying to figure out how to make more money,
yeah.
and I think that's why they're like, "Wow, look how much money medical marijuana is making." we maybe need to change these laws. Well, it's not about the laws, it's about the people that use cannabis
Right.
to get them through the day so that they can eat, so that they can possibly sleep. See these puppies? I have puppies all the time. I can sleep 3 hours at a time. I don't want to have the puppies. I hate the puppies, but I have the puppies.
Mhm.
Cannabis will allow me to sleep.
How long have you had cancer for?
They think since I was 35, because neuroendocrine cancer is a slow moving cancer, because it's very, 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 very advanced.
So neuroendocrine, what does
Yes.
that mean
So it's
exactly?
GI cancer,
Okay.
colon cancer, and they had to take my appendix out. They had to take out my cecum and mm, my flapper. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. So basically, the thing that you can feel like, ooh, I have to go, that got taken
Oh,
out,
okay.
and then the thing that lets it go to the rest of your digestive tract got taken out in my
Oh,
appendix, and then they took out, I think it was 11 inches,
oh my goodness.
and then I had to go back because I had a blockage, and then I had to get the ileostomy bag, and it is a pain in the butt, and it breaks a lot, and so sometimes I smell like CK1 and beautiful in a diaper. It's
Mm,
terrible. That's why I want to take a minute to say to you, please be your own personal health advocate, which means you know your body, you know it. I don't know your body, you know your body. So you know if it feels wrong or different. There were 5 ways that I knew I had to go to the doctor. Like there were about five. One way, I did not feel good. Like I was constantly, in the rest area, restroom in there. The second way that I knew, and it was the stabbing pains. It's not just like a pain. It's not like, oh, I have a period stomach cramp. It's like, oh, I just fell on a knife again and
mm.
again and again. And it felt literally like stabbing pains. I had a lot of sweating. There a profuse sweat. Like I sweat profusely. It was coming arms and calves and everywhere. And um, I really didn't want to, pardon me, masturbate. It's something nobody talks about. The thing is, when you don't even feel like dealing with your own self, you either are physically sick or mentally and emotionally sick.
Right.
It's how it is. I just was like, dang, gross to my own self. You know what I mean?
Aw.
And then the lack of energy. So if you have any of those five symptoms, please take yourself to the doctor and push. Because I told her I thought I had cancer. She literally laughed at me.
Oh my
I said, "Why are you
goodness.
laughing at me?" Well, you're too young, and that was at 42, I think. So I got diagnosed when I think I was 48.
Oh
So
wow.
that would have been the difference between maybe stage 2 and stage 4. And I'm at an advanced level, which is stage 4. They actually just tried to put me on hospice, but I'm a little bit stubborn.
Mhm.
I didn't want hospice, so I'm trying to do some clinicals, which is a trial, which they don't even know will work. But placebo effect is real. If you think a pill will work, it will work.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna think that pill works.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
am.
Yes.
Look,
You
you,
deserve every pill to work.
you gotta believe. Believe and things will happen. Believe. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
for real.
So so it's essentially been about 10 years then that you've had
Um,
cancer.
my doctor thinks maybe even
Undiagnosed.
longer. Yeah, thinks probably longer because of how advanced it is and what slow moving cancer it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, Susan, I'm
So,
so sorry to hear all that.
oh, you know what? I'm so happy to be here to talk to others because if you can go out and get your blood tests, right? Maybe you can prevent that. They can check your white blood cells. If you're a lady, get your girl parts. A guy, get your prostate. I know I don't have cancer of the prostate, so hey, I'm
Mhm.
good there. But get that prostate. I mean, cough. It's not bad,
Mhm.
you know. Get whatever you need done. If you know your sugar's not right, get it checked. If your heart's been acting weird and fluttering, please go get it checked. There is nothing stopping you from helping yourself. But you know what? If you don't help yourself, nobody else will. Nobody can get you to go there, right?
Nope.
And please don't look at cannabis like it's a bad thing. There are people that really, really need it. Like I can't. I'm excited to smoke our joints. I am.
What does the journey into like the patient realm look like, the medical marijuana?
Okay.
And why did you even think to turn to cannabis?
Well, I've been using cannabis to regulate my ADHD
Okay.
to help me calm down and get myself focused for a long time. I've been self-medicating, they call it in
Hmm.
psychology.
Which is a real thing.
Self-medicating.
Yes.
Oh, it is. And then I ended up getting my medical marijuana card. I think the first year after it started. Actually, a girl broke into my car and the canine unit came because I called. I'm like, she's stealing my cannabis. They're like, what? You you're calling to let us know because it was not really legal if you didn't have a card. I went, yeah. Well, I'm a grown adult, and this is a 14-year-old kid, so I'll snitch her out. If I get in trouble, so be it, because it's not right what she's doing, man.
Right.
So he's like, the Grand Lake officer's like, I would like you to go down and get your card Monday. And I guarantee you, I did go down there Monday. I did, and they weren't open till Wednesday. I was like, God darn it. I was trying to be right and follow through
Oh
the
my
promise.
goodness.
So then it was funny. So I got for arthritis because I broke my tibia and fibia when I was 21. I thought doing acid
Ooh.
and sledding was fun. Doing acid and sledding was fun
Uh-huh. Until you
until
broke
it
your
wasn't.
Oh my goodness.
Until it wasn't.
That's quite a break.
It was. It was a big.
Uh-huh.
Say it, don't spray it. Yeah. So then now I really do. I smoke like I smoke through the day,
Mhm.
put it down, smoke again. The oils help. Sometimes I have to be careful about how much oil I take
Okay.
because it can make my bag leak. Because that's
Oh,
oil then coming out,
yes.
pushing out.
Yes. Yes.
So that just it can be frustrating. But
Okay.
maybe somebody today can get their colonoscopy. Wow! Yes. No, you can get that. You can get your colonoscopy though, and then maybe not have the bag. Like
Mhm.
you can make sure you're okay. Because if I would have done it sooner, I wouldn't have had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you work with different organizations?
I have, and I don't have very good memories, so I know I've worked with well, Rick was very important. I've met so many people.
Hey, Rick.
Thank you very much. I've met so many people from him and so many organizations, and he works. Of course, he's executive director at Normal, and he has his hands in so many things, helping others. Appreciate that, and helping the community. Um, I know I've been involved with Ryan's group. Was at Michigan Caregivers. Uh, really, Michigan Weedsters. I'm friends with Trish. Hi, Latricia.
Hi,
If
Latrish.
you're watching, friends with Amy Carter. Friends with
Amy.
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Friends with Jamie. Friends with I think I'm friends with almost everybody.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you still love me. 'Cause I still love you. Sorry if I haven't seen you in a while. uh, and pretty much anybody. I know we did the bridge walk. That was amazing. And I love the festivals. They're so fun, and they're a great way to unite people
Mhm.
to find that common ground again
Yeah.
and find commonalities about people.
Mhm.
So I did speak at the House of Representatives also. So that was I was actually proud of that because I don't like what they're doing going after the caregivers. I'm like, personally assaulted almost. Like, why go after people that are helping people that have various, not just cancer, HIV, um, bad toenails. I mean, it covers everything.
Right.
Arthritis. Uh,
It's crazy to me that again we can regulate a plant, that can address so many different ailments.
it makes no sense. It's
Right.
all because of financial issues, which is
Mhm.
why the people coming in to say, forget the caregivers when they've been the ones in there getting their hands dirty. It makes no sense.
Well, and the interesting thing too, I don't think people really understand is the caregivers. That's where the true like
Yeah.
medicine comes from, and it's tailored
Yes.
to those specific patients.
Yes.
So not all caregivers are going to make the same type of medicine,
Yeah.
and not all the patients are going to need the same type of medicine, but it's understanding again that that is a real market, and
Yes.
those patients need to be protected and taken care of.
The thing is, if they, you can just go somewhere and get whatever, but my people that do donate RSO will, they specifically look, okay, she has colon cancer. I heard somebody told me it was a 3-to-1 regimen. I have no idea what that means, but all I know is they, and that's important. And I have other people that say, well, try this one, just mix it up. And I will sometimes. I'll try the different ones. I don't know. I really think that RSO is part of the reason I'm still alive.
Okay.
I really do. I believe in the cell regenerative things that it does for me.
Mhm.
It does make me tired, and I would probably recommend, if you need it, to put it in the capsules, because I don't mind that gross taste, but sometimes it's to wake up to. It's pretty rough. But capsules I heard are a nice alternative.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what does a day look like for you with taking arso or taking the tinctures?
hmm So I get up right around 3 in the morning
Which
to
is super early.
to do stuff, and then yeah, I have to take care of myself for a minute, and then usually I'll smoke a little bit of a joint.
Now that's not by choice that you're wanting to be up at 3. That's
No, I
just
can
your
only sleep 3 to 4 hours because of my back. See, and if you get your colonoscopy, you might be able to like figure out problems before you have to go down that other route. And the other route is pretty expensive. It's $10 a bag, and y'all can flatulate and defecate on your own for free. See, instead of $10 a bag. So, I'd recommend. I can't push it enough. And ladies, it's important to get your breath. I'm sorry, but I'm putting you down, buddy. And check your chest, breast, and stuff too.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. What was your question?
Well, it isn't you're personal advocacy is what you're talking about. And
Yes, it's so
when you don't
important.
feel right, when you do feel like there is something wrong, then yes, that is a time to alert, your doctor and say, hey,
Yeah.
let's run some numbers, let's see what's going on, and then that way you have somewhere to start from.
The RSO is helpful. The oil helps. The CBD for pain, because I do have pain. It's I don't talk about it. I don't really like to, because I feel like it's a weakness. I come from a very tough dad, construction worker. We don't talk about pain and stuff like that. But
But you've
every
had
now,
3 organs removed.
yes, I've had 3 and a whole bunch of colon, or
I mean,
whatever
that
it's called.
there's going to be scar tissue that you're going to have residual pain,
Yeah.
and I can't even I can only imagine.
The pain doesn't bother me as much as when I get sick, or like I have a needle phobia,
Oh,
and I hate needles more than anything.
yeah.
And if they don't get the first try, I'm gonna be down for the count and probably passing out and doing other stuff. So I feel sorry for those of us
Cheers.
that have. Cheers.
Yes.
This is Valor Craft, y'all.
Mhm.
You want to try each other's?
We can do that.
We're gonna swap. I've got Blue Dream. What do you have?
This is white mo.
You said that. My memory is short now. It's tough. It is. Thank you though for watching. It's such a beautiful day. It stopped raining finally because it was really raining. So I cleaned the house, really worked hard at it. Then it stopped raining. I'm like, oh, it's better out here anyway.
No, it's beautiful out here. So in the beginning of the show, I felt so bad. We were trying to get connected to Wi-Fi, and I was showing all of your plants out here on the deck. The flowers, they're so beautiful. It's so serene out here. I love it.
I love quiet.
Yes.
I do.
You doing all right? You need some water?
Yeah, no, yes. I need more water, but I like Coca-Cola.
So have you made your own personal sacrifices for cannabis, to be medical and to be recreational? I mean, I know you've gone to the Capitol and you've lobbied for patients, and that in itself, is a sacrifice.
I have gone to things to speak, but I don't think of it as a sacrifice. I look at it as an honor. It's never a sacrifice, ever, to be at anything. Well, I always see good people. I've never met a jerk yet, not once, and I've met a lot of people. I really haven't. And if they're out there, you've snuck by me. I didn't even know you were a jerk. So thank you for that. The food is good. Usually music's good. The like energy, the white light energy, because I'm a white light. I don't like darkness or evil's dark bad stuff really.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of white light there, and people that smile and try to work with karma and happiness. I don't know. I never feel like it's a sacrifice. Even the day after I got out of the hospital and I spoke at the House of Representatives. It was I was tired, but it still wasn't a sacrifice. What an honor to be able to, in a way, there were, I think, 150, 200 people trying.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they picked me. I was like, really? I felt like I was on The Price is Right, y'all. I almost stood up and went, ah.
Well, being the parent, on the receiving end of being in the hospital all night long, not the patient, still I give you kudos for showing up, because it is exhausting. People don't understand, they think you go into the hospital to rest.
You don't get rest
You
in the
don't
hospital.
get rest in the hospital.
You get needle pokes. And then and you lose all modesty. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, they're there all the time. And
And it doesn't matter who's in the room.
Is it okay if we look at, what am I going to do? Tell you, no, you're helping me. Yes, of course, please look.
Right.
Is it okay if my 10 residents look? Yeah, let them look too. I'm a teacher. Hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
At some point, it's just like, I'll just take it off and y'all just, all 30 of you come through that, because they did really, it was really kind of neat how many people, because I was open to that, that came and saw me and talked about me, the problem, not me, but my digestive issues. And it was beautiful that I can help people.
Yeah.
So I really, if I could do anything, I want y'all to do something for yourself today. That's all. Like, you've been procrastinating something, I bet. Look at me. You have been. You're like, I don't like doctors. I don't either. I don't like needles. Man, last time I had a needle, there were things that happened from it. So I feel you. Yeah. But you know what? What do you love? You love your family. Mm-hmm. You love your friends.
Yeah.
I bet you love being outside in the summer. I bet some of you crazy, nice, beautiful people love the winter. Not me. No. Not me. But somebody out there loves it. Yeah. Okay? So you have a reason to get up. And if you're right now, you're like, I don't love shit. Then you're depressed. I still need to go to the doctor because now you are depressed. So, I care about you. I don't even know who you are, but you better get out there and go do something for you. Because there is somebody that knows who you are. And if you're not here, their Christmas is going to suck. Yeah. If you're not here, your birthday is going to suck. All that stuff, go advocate for yourself. Don't be any wimp. You're tough. Don't be a wimp.
Yeah. Well, again, it's, we were talking earlier where.
This is delicious, by the way. This is delicious.
I'm glad you like that.
I would recommend this product.
White Mo.
White Mo is good to go. Hey, okay. Yes, I love it. I'm serious. And a lot of times People roll those really big joints. And really, do you really need a big joint if it's good? No, you
No.
need one just normal. That's why people are like, I got this blunt. And I'm like, I mean, I appreciate you including me, but wow, it's humongous. Yep. Anyway,
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I do. I love today. I love this opportunity. And before we came on here, we talked about some personal things, and it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say is, y'all are lucky to have her in your life
Aw.
because she's making a difference, and that's what life really is about:
Yeah.
making a difference and advocating for yourself and others.
Yeah.
Not just make sure you get out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
How has your perspective changed, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, let me tell you something. I've always loved police officers. Okay, I do. I swear. When I was a year old, I died, and they shut down everything, and all the police in the whole, it was like 4 cities, shut everything down to let me through. So I've had a very high respect, and they all came up to visit me, every single one in the hospital. I've always, they make me nervous, if I'm speeding or not wearing a seatbelt. They do make me nervous, but I've had a high respect. But my cannabis was stolen, and I called. I called, and I'm like, my cannabis was stolen. I already called once, and it wasn't a big deal. He told me to get the thing, but they stole my dang, you know, whole plant. And he was really mad that I called about that, and I was mad that he was mad.
That you couldn't call and report it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's my medicine.
Right.
And it costs me money. Sometimes people donate. Thank you very much if you do donate to me, because I actually do use it.
Well, and again, that's the thing that the average person doesn't understand. First of all, how much it costs. The medicine is super expensive.
So often the good cannabis is $200 an ounce. That's for the good.
And that's just for the flower.
That's just a flower. I prefer the flower,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't have. So you need weed money. Look, I didn't even know.
Aw, that's
My
cute.
friend Erica gave that to me. But you need weed money. But if you know somebody that is sick, if you do, please donate their choice. Please, because like I'm on SSDI. I used to be I still am a certified teacher, but I can't teach. So I went from decent money down to like 16,000, and I'm not whining because I'm still lucky. I'm lucky to get that. There are some teachers right now they have to work and pay 20% of their medical. And it's cost about $2 million to keep me alive so far. $2 million.
Wow.
$1 million baby. I don't know. My daddy thought so.
Mm.
But I think that's kind of maybe why they're putting me on the hospice form. Because of money. It's not, um, it's a money market now.
Oh, it is. I really feel like we're just guinea pigs as far as the whole medical community goes.
Yeah, it's something else. And the hospice now, them making money off it makes me question too. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I love this opportunity. I light a joint with Ida. But how did you get your name? I know I asked you, but I want them to know. Do you know?
Oh, Ida.
Yeah.
It's my great grandma was Ida.
Isn't it cool?
And then my middle name used to be Lee. So when Bella died, so her given name was Gabriella Pearl.
Oh, I love that.
And I was going through a divorce, and it's like, you know what? I was adopted. I was, that was my second marriage. It's like I've always had my name chosen for me. Like I want to pick my own name. And so I took her middle name and I made Ida Pearly.
See, did you all know that? Because if you didn't, now you know. And that is beautiful. I love that story.
Thank you.
It has like love and heart, and that's what life's about, man.
Yeah.
That's why I love her. The minute I met her like soul glowed. I love soul glowing people.
Oh, thank
And
you.
she's a white light. And instead of rolling up in a ball, she did something about it. See,
Yeah.
I think maybe that's why we connected right away. I could feel that she cared for something other than herself, which irritates me when people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be to a certain extent, right?
Right.
We do.
We do. Yeah.
Self-preservation and all.
Right.
But
Well, again, it's understanding, not taking those rights away from others, no matter what they are.
see, that's so important. And my oncologist supported my cannabis use. It says my second thing says cannabis. Like I have a list of 10 things what's wrong with me.
What
And
doctor
it's
do
like
you go
I
to?
go through Dr. Ciarto, and it's in Genesee Hurley Institute. In fact, they called, but I couldn't do that in this because I'm way too ADHD.
You put your doctor off to talk
Yes,
to me?
I did. Sorry, and if it's Janelle, my clinical lady, do not be mad. I'm so sorry. I wanted to do this very important. Yes,
Hi, Janelle.
yes,
Don't get mad.
yes, because I'm like I don't feel like I'm ready for. I don't feel like I'm ready to die. Hospice means you have 6 months and they assume you're going to kick the bucket. Happy hunting grounds for you. I don't feel like I like right now. It's like a month. I'm like, no, I have more time than that in me.
Mm-hmm.
I hope because I've got a lot to do. I've got gardens to plant and like fish to look at, and because I just like to look at, and like ducks and birds to look at, and cannabis to smoke, and talking to do. And I don't know.
You have so
I'm
much
a
more to
caregiver for my
experience.
mom, uh, and I have a lot of pets. And if you need kittens, guys, Harry and Mo are ready to go. They're 12 weeks old and they would love you. And they're a bonded pair, though. You got to take them both and they play and twirl and they're so adorable and they would love you.
Aw.
Or you. Anyone?
No. I have Thina, Bella's service dog.
Oh.
Yeah. So
How old is she?
She got goodness. I think she'll be 6 or 7 this year. Um, yeah, but she's actually Constantine, my youngest now. She's his service dog, and she comes with him. And animals are a lot to take care of.
Oh, they are.
So I give you, gosh, I mean, you take care of your mom, and there's 3 dogs.
I have 3. I have 3 dogs. I have.
But they keep you going. They give you purpose.
3 inside cats and some kittens that need to go, and then there are some outside cats that really love me, and I love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not at the level of pick up and cuddle, but one is. And there are some possums because they get rib ticks.
Okay.
Possums are nice.
Do? Nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
they get rib ticks, and I have some bats, and they get rid of mosquitoes.
Yeah, they do.
And I love them. And I have just one raccoon because the neighborhood killed them all last year.
Oh.
They killed off the whole set. There was a family of about 25.
Okay.
But we're down to 1. But anyway, I told you,
goodness.
animals and people, they're. You should see how pretty she looks right now, y'all. I'm looking at her in her face, and she's like beaming.
Oh my goodness. You're so
and her
sweet.
teeth are so white. She doesn't smoke cigarettes like I do. Her teeth are so nice and white. And her blue eyes, man. I wish y'all could see like right up front because it's just like, oh, like a little angel. And I think what you're doing is angelic. I think people, I think God put some angels on earth. Mm-hmm. And I think you're one of them.
Oh, thank you.
And I think some of the other advocates in our community are angels on earth because they sacrifice a lot. Yeah. I know. I mean, think about Zara, how she will help. She advocates for us. Amy and her son, how Latrice stays up day and night researching. Rick will stay up day and night researching. Jamie also, so that we know what's going on.
Mhm.
Rick and Antis, is that how you say it?
Mhm.
He helps us. He furthers, gives us knowledge, the decriminalization of nature, whatever. So thank you to everybody that has sacrificed, because they actually do sacrifice.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
just get lucky once in a while to talk.
Well, we do appreciate, everyone's fight and sacrifice and helping to break down those stigmas because it does take a village. Um, and the more people, who are willing to step forward and to put themselves on the line, and to want to talk about it. We are a small community, but there are power in numbers.
I got you a little something. I hope I am not a dork and lost it. I want to be
No, you're fine. Real quick, and then we're getting ready to go.
Yeah,
It's 12:01.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
I love that.
I went to a Lexington art fair, and I love Lexington. If you've never been there, pardon, please go. But I would like to say thank you for shedding light on a much needed topic.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love this. And I appreciate you for being brave and for coming on and opening up about cancer and a patient and your quality of life.
And you too. Thank you for being brave. Because, like I said, you could have just laid up in a ball.
Yeah. Well,
and said, forget it. And you know what? By the way, if you did, that's okay too.
Right.
Because grieving has all stages.
It does.
So thank you for getting through that.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a blessed day. Make a difference in this world.
Exactly.
You matter. You matter. So do something about it. And start with yourself first if you know something's wrong.
Mhm.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Take care. Love you, man.
Take care, everybody. Peace.